Morning, everybody. Welcome to All Around the Farm with me, JT. It's been an interesting all around the farm weekend. Winter came in out of nowhere, hardcore. Whoosh, bright out here. You hear that running? That's the generator. We haven't had power. Let's see, what's today? Sunday. So we haven't had power since yesterday at 1. It's going to be a good weekend. So guys, part of the problem with winter coming in so quick, well, there I just stepped. Nothing's frozen underneath this great abandoned land here. So that kind of sucks, but we're gonna make the best of it. Now the reason I'm pointing you over this way, the reason is I thought I'd show you just why we don't have power if I can zoom in far enough. Let's see here. Nope, I cannot. So where my finger is, right where that house is over there, the power lines, they dip dangerously close to the ground. And when I say dangerously, I mean they're under about a foot of snow because the power line, the utility pole snapped off right at the ground. So hey, you know, I'm prepared. No big deal here. Had to get out of that wind there. I mean, I'm prepared. I got my generator going, so we at least have enough power to keep the sump pump running, because yet again, ground ain't frozen, so the water's still going everywhere I don't care for it to go, but it's at least still pumping it out of the house. Got my well pump so me and Mrs. JT can, you know, use the facilities if necessary. Still got plenty of firewood, so I mean, hey, bring on the winter. Don't bother me none. I even found some really exciting ways to cook breakfast and supper last night, because my generator, which is great, it does an awesome job at, you know, keeping the fridge running, keeping the TV on, keeping the stove fans running. It ain't much for running 220, and I don't have a gas range, so you know, you got to get creative and cook any way that you can. So guys, I got all my snow plowing done for basically me and everybody on this block yesterday. So there's only one thing left to do when the weather turns this nice, and gosh, I was hoping everything would freeze, but there's just no way now. It's 8 inches of snow on top of unfrozen ground, and I don't care that it's only 18 degrees right now, the wind's blowing 100 miles an hour. Nothing's gonna freeze. What better thing to do when the weather turns all wintry? Well, an 80s farm boy is gonna get out his 80s John Deere snowmobiles, start them up, and let's take them for a rip, if they'll indeed start. Now, of course, as everything works out, because that's just how she goes, my snow plowing tractor is still, you know, under the knife. I got about that far on the sheet metal, which you haven't seen the video for yet, but next Friday, hopefully all that'll be painted and pretty, except for the cab. The cab I gotta do separate because I got other plans for the cab, but at least I'm trying to get all this stuff done. But for this very moment, all this stuff is directly in my line of travel to get a snowmobile out, so now I gotta go ahead and move it all. I sure wish I could turn a light on in here. I got all the power's running into the house and I've got no lights out here. That's, you know, sharp thinking. Let's move you here a little bit. That should be just perfectly fine right out of the way. Get the sawhorses out of the road. You know, and maybe an even better thing for me to do before I get too crazy moving sleds and stuff is see if that door ain't frozen to the ground. See if I can get that open. Oh dear. Huh, that ain't looking too promising, guys. What do you say? Do I got a shovel around here? I think we're going to have a better outcome. Yes. Hey. Now I can see. All right, let's try this again. Oh dear. Guys, this here is my 1980 John Deere Spitfire. Awesome little sled. And I emphasize the little. Whew. Even though I'm getting too old to be dragging these things around, the whole sled only weighs about 280 pounds, so it beats the hell out of dragging one that weighs 400 pounds. I promise you that. I just thought if I could sell out my heavy sleds and get 3 Spitfires, one for me, Mrs. JT, and Junior JT, hey, that's all I need. And let's see, what else we got in here? I tried to play it smart, guys, by parking the heavy one in here in a way that it'll be easier to get it out. There. That's my 1980 John Deere Sportfire 440. Another really great sled. Now guys, this old sled, this one's been really good to me. This is not only fun to drive because it is a 440, it's got a little bit more hitch in its giddy up, but it's also a heck of a good looking sled. Well, I say we get these two fired up. Oh, that's just an Arctic Cat Z440. Don't worry about that. We're not concerned ourselves with that one right now. We just want to play with the cool toys. Well, okay, so now with this sled, guys, I know I've had this one many years, and I know the games that'll play with me, so I don't even try to mess around with choking it and try to pull start it, because it absolutely, I could pull it all day and it will not start. Does it even have gas in it? Let's maybe find that out first. Oh yeah, we got gas. It's last year's gas, so I'm sure it'll fire right off, but what I always do, I just pull the Airbox on this one, give it a little shot of chainsaw gas. It's not much more work after that. Usually it's ready for action. There you go. Oh, and by the way, both of these sleds are 100% original right down to the seat. The seats are starting to get a little bit of tears in them here and there, but I mean, overall, I can't complain. They're in pretty darn good shape. Now guys, this is just what I like to do. You can do whatever you want. You can use starting fluid, whatever in these. It doesn't, I mean, everybody throws a big stink about using a little puff ether in these. Whatever. Safety first. Well, let's say this isn't going to be exactly safe, but safe for your engine. Get a little chainsaw gas, put it in a bottle of water, and I like to just drill a hole right here in the side of the cap. Now, let me show you why, if you haven't figured it out already. See now, guys, I can open up the old throttle, point the hole at the business end of this carb, just give her a little shot, and bingo. Now let's see if this thing will run. Ooh, definitely got gas. Getting gas, it's pumping gas. Those are good things. There's one down. Let me just warm that up real quick and we'll get that Sportfire out. one's ready to ride. If I can move it away from the Arctic kitty. There, close enough. There. Maybe that'll give me the room I need. Let's see. Get my little headlight on so I can see what I'm doing in the dark here. Nope. Oh, maybe it is. That was easy peasy. Let me get my squirt bottle and see if this old bastard will fire up. Let's see here. There it is. Good. Lots of gas all over everything, so hopefully we don't just start a big old fire in here. Let's see what happens. Well, that's 2 for 2. A little smoky in here. I might have to step outside and let it air out, but I like to get that Airbox back on here. I don't like guys, some people say it leans and rich. I don't know. I don't know if it makes that big a difference with the Airbox on or off. It's still a straight shot of air, just takes a little route to get to the carburetor. So I don't know, but I do know when the Airbox is on, it keeps most of the snow out of the carburetor. So we'll do that. There. Bingo, airboxed. There, I'll just tighten down that screw and we'll be good to go. Now I suppose, guys, for shits and grins, probably should fire up that Arctic Cat because I think Mrs. JT really likes that one. We'll get that one going now too. That's better. Let's take this for a little quick rip and then we'll start on that Arctic Cat. You know, just to warm it up, guys. Just get the cobwebs out. I don't care how old I get, that never gets unfun. My mustache frosty? Alright guys, there's one more piece of crap back here, and this is the heaviest. I like this sled, but I hate this sled at the same time. It's just big and dumb and heavy, but it rides nice, I guess. If that's what you're into. And I certainly have to turn it around. So, whew. Oh man, I'm already wore out. Now, all you guys in the comments, don't say it because I already know. I need to get the little snowmobile dolly wheels so I can just spin them around, which is a great idea. But my concrete is not snowmobile dolly friendly either. So 6 one, half a dozen the other. I think it's going to suck no matter what. Guys, let's see what's going on under the hood of this big old turd. Yep. Still there. Still got antifreeze in it. That's good. Not frozen. That's even better. Let's just pull on it a few times and see what happens. You know, guys, believe it or not, this 440 pulls a lot easier than my Sportfire. Huh. We got gas going through the lines, so she should fire off. We'll just give that a minute. Yep, got oil. I got all the necessities. Push off, pull on, sure thing. There we go. That was bad. Hey guys, I do like to let the liquid cooled one kind of warm up on its own before I just take off ripping on it. I guess you can cause damage to one of those, I don't know. So now I guess we're all ready to ride. Maybe I'll take that just for a quick little zing down the road. Not too bad, just zing it. Out here, guys. Holy shnikes. All right, well, I guess Mrs. JT's chariot's all warmed up. Boy, that thing sure's got a lot of zing. Wonder if I could put a rubber studded track on that Sportfire if it ride wheelies just like that Arctic Cat does. Bet you it would. Oh well. Someday maybe we'll find that out. So anyway, guys, I guess there ain't much for me to do today except for play on my John Deere snowmobiles. The power's not supposed to be back on for quite a while yet, so I guess I'm gonna play in the snow today and have me a good time. Thanks for watching tonight, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Long about now, I bet that boy wishes he had a parachute.